All right, it says we're live. So with that, if everybody would stand, we'll just start with a prayer and then do the pledge. If you bow your heads. Dear Lord, we thank you. We thank you for this time of the year where we get to focus on you a little bit more. We ask you to be with us as we go about the business of the town of Francisco. We ask you to be with all those as going through this holiday season can be hard. We ask you to give everyone grace and peace as this second week of Advent is about peace. Yes. Be with us as we again do the town's business, and we thank you for who you are. In your name, amen. Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you all. All right, so we do have a new council member. I think you know her, Johnny Watkins. When did you get sworn in? A couple weeks or two ago?
Last week.
All right. So we now are full.
On the 1st.
We are now full with all three council members, and hopefully we can continue being full going forward. Johnny, you want to say anything? Or?
I know most of you, and most of you know me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Worked here 23 years as clerk treasurer, court reporter for 30 years in circuit court, and 7 years at the highway department. So did this job along with the other jobs from 2001 to 2014 while I worked full-time jobs. So it's, I love this little town. So.
Glad you're back. We are glad you're back, John.
Thank you.
All right. So with that, our next piece of on the agenda. So Tasha had been the clerk treasurer for the time being. She has decided to resign, but she is still helping on a contract basis. So we do have that contract. We have it there. So just to kind of go through exactly what's going on with the clerk treasurer position. That is currently a Democratic seat. The Gibson County Democrat Margot English is looking to find someone to take that position over. The biggest issue we have is it has to be a person in the town limits that they live here. So she is looking for that. If she can't find somebody within like about the next week or so, she's going to talk to John Perkins, who is the GOP chair, and then he will look. If they don't find anybody, I believe by the end of the month, then we'll have to make a decision as a town board to possibly hire a CPA or someone else to take that position on. So we need to figure that out. Nothing to update as of now. I know we're going to talk about some of the salary for that in a while. That might help, that might not, but we'll talk about that in a little bit. But her contract, as she has been helping, I would like to put the motion to accept this contract for the time being until we do get a clerk treasurer. Do I have a second for this motion?
Can you tell us about the contract? Can we ask questions on that now, or?
I mean, you presented it now, so you can certainly present as much of it as you want to.
All right. So it is not the same as the contract we had with Johnny and Jennifer. It's for $30 an hour. And again, for the time, as long as we need her services.
I talked with State Board of Accounts, or emailed with State Board of Accounts. They think it needs to be more specific as to adding the other duties that she would have. Not that, just in addition to that, they wanted it to be very specific as to what she's going to do. So maybe we could have an executive session
Unless we can add as an addendum, if you want to look at that, and then we add.
So question, who
Yes.
drafted that contract?
Myself.
You did? Okay, yeah. Would you have any, to me taking a look at it and adding all of that in to make it fit with State Board of Accounts? I mean, we could table it till,
We
yeah,
have
we
an
could do an
executive
executive session, yeah. I could
I
do
mean,
that.
that's fine.
Okay.
I mean, this is stuff that I do, so.
Right. I think it's for the purposes of just accounting where the funds go.
session. Sure.
It's
Yeah.
really all State Board of Accounts cares.
Yeah.
Okay. Then I'll rescind that motion, and we'll have an executive session, which I know we're going to probably have to have one at some point this month for additional items.
Oh, yeah.
So, all right. So in the interim, I have a motion to approve the November minutes. Has everyone been able to take a look at those?
Yes.
All right, so I have a motion to approve the November minutes. Do I have a second? All in favor? Say aye. Aye. Okay, that is approved.
Just sign on that.
We're going to use the APBs that you have. Okay.
Mhm.
All right. Next is the this month's claim registers. We have the one. This is for. What is this for? Tell me, because I can read it.
This is the general. That is the wrong one.
That's the
We're
next.
in the Board of Accounts,
Yes. The Board of Works.
Board of Works, sorry. So there's water.
All right, so this is for the allowance of the account payable vouchers for water. As you can see there, for $47,740.93 for, and this is for on this date. I'll make a motion to approve and also sign. Do I have a second?
Second motion.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All opposed, same sign.
Aye.
All right, motion passes. And the next one, again, all the business of the town. This is for the wastewater. Total $134,082.25. Make a motion to approve this voucher. All in favor? Or a second?
A lot of that was transfers. I did $90,000 of transfers from when I was helping from depreciation. Put $60,000 in O&M, $30,000 in their bond and interest there. O&M fund was in the red, $39,000. And their bond and interest fund did not have enough money in it to pay the January debt. So I used depreciation and it's down to probably 20,000 or less now.
Did you do this before you got the board member, or did she have to do it?
I did it while I was assisting her.
When
So
she was
before.
assisting.
Okay.
Yeah, not when I was a board member. no.
Yeah.
Okay.
How do you get that way, Debbie?
Well, for one thing, the transfers, the bond ordinance provided that transfers had to be made at the end of each month. You have to transfer the water, all the wastewater funds go into water. And at the end of the month, you have to transfer from water into wastewater. And then on wastewater, it goes into revenue, and then you have to transfer to bond and interest, O&M, and depreciation. Those transfers hadn't been done all the time.
In other words, a bunch that run you out of here didn't know their ass from hole in the ground.
There were a lot of things that needed to be done that had not been done.
And Harold Everett was a big fan.
So that's the past. We're moving on to the future. Do I have a motion?
Motion.
Second? All in favor?
Aye. But I will also say that you're spending tens of thousands of dollars more than what you're taking in. It's not feasible to continue to do that.
Was you able to find the money?
I didn't see any missing money.
That's-
Stuff not done, but I didn't see any missing money.
All right, now we have, to approve this 1782 notice of the 2026 budget. And the budget will be the same as, same numbers as it was for,
No, they gave us an increase, right?
They gave us an increase in the levy, yes, but the
everything else.
numbers we're gonna use on the line items are the same.
All right. So, do I just sign this?
Yes, just text one signature.
All right. So I'm gonna take, I shall approve or ask for,
It's,
Brought down
Town.
runs.
it's the town budgets only,
okay,
so maybe it needs to be done in the town meeting.
then I'll hold off on that one. All right, so those are the two APVs that we needed to approve. So unless we decide to extend it, the late fees and penalties will return this month. I did want to discuss it before we approved that. I believe everything with our water bills are back up to snuff. As you can see there, we do will be allowing payments from the bank. You can put it here in the Dropbox, and also PayGov is back up and running as of last week. The Swipe Simple, which was costing the town a lot per month, is gone. The PayGov is up and running. I use it this week, and I believe it's working. But I wanted to make sure that we are okay with restarting late fees and penalties.
Yeah, we should.
Yes.
So that will happen this month.
Does that hinge on whether you get your bill or not?
We got it.
It was getting close.
Yeah. So
Oh, is the bank still not gonna take water bills after January 1st?
No, they are.
Oh, they are, because see, one of the bills said that they weren't taking them anymore, and so I just didn't know whether they were still taking them after January.
Yes, they will be.
Okay.
Bailey,
And I have a bill that my neighbor lady that is not straightened out yet. Just told me it would be, and it's not.
it's still not. It's still not.
I got it here in the folder.
Okay. We can look at that afterwards.
Okay, and yeah, that and then, are we, another question, while I got you on, a little bit, when you're on money a little bit. Is the town, is it close to filing bankruptcy?
I have no.
No. You
No.
have funds in the bank.
They don't have any funds to do any work.
Well, we need plans. We need to look into what type of work that would be.
Yeah,
But we do have funds in the bank, so we're not close to that at all.
okay. But that's what I learned. And, all your bill, incoming money, outgoing money, all bills, everything, that's public information, right? That anybody can have.
Yes.
Me and her would like to have a copy of the last 6 months of all the transactions printed out.
Okay, so do you guys have currently, public records request forms here available?
There's one in your office somewhere. I saw.
And the
Somewhere.
state says that only charges to me and her will be for the paper they're printed on and the printing.
I mean, that's not, unless that's a concern of you all, that's not my concern. What, they have forms, or they will have forms.
Okay.
If you don't have one, I'll get you some.
Yeah,
You need to come in and fill them out. They have to be filled out with specifics, what you want. So you
Yeah.
can't just say, I want all documents within a certain
Yeah.
month. They have to be
Okay.
specific.
because
And then they'll provide those to you.
and I tell you, I'm asking these questions. Does anybody know what that is?
Wow.
You know where it goes on? You know, you already been told.
What's that? I didn't tell you nothing.
The shut off valve?
That's on your water, it goes on water center.
Yeah. That, you know, I had a lady in the office today said, she said, what about it? Show it to me. I did. You know what she told me? She said, you mean they won't fix that for you? No. She said, I can put that on myself. This is probably a 55-year-old woman. I can put that on. I went and bought one. I ain't got it put on yet, but I had to go buy one. They said, I don't know, 2 years. That's right, I'm asking about the finances. For no money, and they can't afford to work on nothing. What is the problem? If there's money, what's wrong?
Well, we need to know these things first.
You did.
Last meeting,
Yes, he did. He did.
and they said that they would send somebody out to look at it. Nobody ever showed.
Nobody's looked at it. And it's been almost 2 years, and I went to 4 or 5 different people about it, town related. And they say, some of the board members would say, yeah, they don't. They're not, and they don't, and they'll never.
Well, don't say never, but we will look, again, we've had.
You probably won't have to. You see that? Brand new. You probably won't have to.
That
I'll give it up.
that can't be placed without shutting the water main down. She unscrews that and it's gonna be pumping water straight out of it.
Do what now?
You can't replace that without killing the water main. If she unscrews that, we're gonna have a mess.
I can turn it off because I own the meter, I own the pipe, and I own the valve. I can shut it off.
Then it's not up to us to fix that if you own.
I don't own the valve. I own the pipe.
What I'm saying is
I
that
don't own the meter.
that is on the city side of the meter. If you unscrew that off that setter, you're gonna have water. I mean, you're gonna have a full-fledged water blowing out of the meter.
It won't have because I will shut the valve off feeding that line.
Okay.
So that valve is mine. I paid for it, put it in, got the handle for it, and I have shut it off before. I even had to shut it off one time for this reason about 2 years ago, and the cops showed up out there. They sent the cops. The
Okay,
town board sent the cops. Well, the cops didn't do anything. They didn't have any success.
let's table this.
Uh-huh.
And if we can table this and look into it further. I know we had said at the last meeting we would. I think some other things had come up. I understand your frustration and we'll get a ticket made for you if we need to. And
You probably
Get that.
don't need to.
so we'll
That, I
continue that.
went and bought it, paid for it, take my back, go and dig it up and fix it.
Is it a private,
Here's the deal. Pardon?
is it a private line? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah,
You have a
one time
private
I think
line
it
out
was.
there?
The line is private, yeah. The meter is town's. And that's where I tried to.
Yes, but how many people are on your private line?
I think 6.
That's, last month was the first time I'd ever heard of that. 23 years up here, I'd never heard of a private
Well,
line on
then,
that.
I don't know who the people I've been
Out there.
talking to that didn't tell anybody. They would tell me. I even got one over the bank right in front of a whole bunch of people and went for him right there in front of the bank in front of a bunch of people. He said, I said, I don't care. If my line that goes under my house, if it breaks before the valve that's under my house and I have trouble getting to it anymore on account of my knees, okay?
Mhm.
If it busts, in the state, the law says you gotta have a valve in your house.
Mhm.
I know that, right? But what about that bust before that line? If I call somebody, I gotta call a plumber, right? I'll come, I got a leak in my house and I said, we won't be able to get there for this is a weekend, this is a holiday, we can't get there. I gotta leave a run for 3 days or 5.
Okay, let's take it easy and we're gonna go on with the meeting.
A question, kind of a follow-up to that.
Yes,
Is
ma'am.
there a way in January that we can have like a state of the town, kind of like a state of the union type, to show what assets we have, what debits we have, what bills are outstanding, where's the income coming from? Where's the income projected that we're gonna get? So that we would know if we're financially
Liable.
not viable. There you go.
There's an annual report that has to be done for the State Board of Accounts every year. It has to be done by February, the end of February. Generally did it in January. And that would give you that information. I will tell you that the books are still in September. We were able to finally get August balanced, but the town bank reconciliation is balanced, but the water and the wastewater in September so far is not, and going forward has not been balanced yet. Jennifer, the other contract person, is working on that. Hopefully make good progress on it soon. As far as the information people wanted, they won't be getting, the books are not balanced at this point.
So you can certainly, those are publicly accessible records if they are available.
Right.
So you are able to, like I said, those forms, come in, fill out those forms, request certain records, but they have to be available in order for us to give them to you.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want them personally, but I think
Sure.
everybody in the town should, have an idea. Like you said, are we close to bankruptcy? We don't know.
Right.
What kind of situation is the town in?
I can tell from the bank accounts that you have money, in all three departments, town, water, and wastewater. I can tell from the fund reports that the wastewater department is in trouble. The town's doing okay. The water department looks better than what it is because the transfers have not been made from water to wastewater. So the water department shows it has more money than it actually has. Well, it's, unless you've worked on it and you know what's going on, it doesn't make sense right now.
And have they ever considered getting rid of the water and the sewer and letting somebody else take over?
No, the sewer, you
A
still
lot
have,
of- a lot of small towns are looking at that right now.
okay, on the sewer department, you still owe a little less than $900,000 on the loan.
Yeah.
Signed a loan of 1.2 million in 2002, and it's still ongoing.
And the bills, the water meter bills that you give to people, there is a way to make that happen without a bunch of hours and days and weeks processes. Now, one department told me, I said,
So let's hold off on, we are going to talk more about kind of what some changes could happen. But let's get through the board and meeting and to continue. So that clerk treasurer piece there, the councilman update on the waste and the water and the wastewater. As most of you know, we talked about that the last meeting. There's that sewer lift program that is being worked on. There was a question at the last meeting of, is the town responsible for any of that to have that happen from a financial standpoint? No, that was all done under a TIF, and they are working through that. They hope to have that up and running by the spring. They said they're going to have a ribbon cutting and all of that. But that is, again, for the future of this town, to have expansion, possibly with businesses over in that area. But that's the latest update that I have with that sewer lift program. I know they had a question at the last meeting.
I brought the question.
Yes.
Like me. But after that's all been paid for, who's gonna maintain it?
That will be maintained by the wastewater, the sewer plant. So Chuck, who runs that now, and that would be there.
He charged the town first bill.
But it would not be any additional effort work on that. And then whoever uses that would be charged that to use that equipment
They'll pay a sewer bill basically if they hook onto it.
if it goes through it. So the town of Francisco will not have to pay anything on that.
No maintenance or nothing.
Normal routine maintenance, but again, that would be hopefully levied by the people that will be utilizing that new lift. I talked already about the clerk position. Hope to have some updates on that later. Do you guys have any other announcements on the Board of Works side?
The water bill or the meter reader did not get the book until yesterday to start reading. So you're again going to have more than your normal 1 month usage on your bill. I'm hoping in the future that the book would go out towards the first of the month. And Doug normally read from the 1st to the 15th, very accurate to get the readings in on the 15th. Hopefully we'll get back to that.
And is that normally what time he would get it in the past?
I mean, I think Johnny has a very good point. That is the most efficient way, and it works for everybody how we need to do it. Beforehand, we never really had a set date that we went off of. I think Johnny's correct that that's the way that needs to be, and we need to get it out quicker, and then we can get back in quicker.
Great.
We have the same meter reader.
Doug, he's contracted through Kix, I think, but yes.
Alrighty, any other for the Board of Works from you guys? All right, Kix.
The Peabody meter right now, it's readable. I'm working on figuring out that whole meter and everything's set up a lot different. I'm sure Peabody installed it when it went in. So I've got to figure out a lid/antenna on it. It's not our typical antenna or lids that we have. Well, it's supposed to be up top, but the piece of the antenna and piece of the holder for it's broken, so it's down in there. So when we go to read it, he has to take a piece of pipe and pick it up and read it. But yeah, that it is being able to be read, but I'm trying to figure out, talking through core main and stuff on getting the right parts for that.
We'll clarify something. On the transfers within the wastewater, you asked, I did not do those as a board member. When I was assisting Tasha, when she was clerk treasurer, I did the processes and she signed off on them and signed the checks and made the deposits to make the transfers.
Okay.
Okay.
Other from Kix?
I think that's really about it on the water and wastewater for now.
Okay.
You wanted to take, sorry. You wanted to take a look at the ordinance on the tap fee and everything, and it's printed out up here, so you guys can take a look at that and come up with
Yeah, and I'm not sure what that actually reads. I've never seen that before.
okay, well, I have it printed out for you if you like it.
Yeah, I mean, basically the issue with that was beforehand, I don't know if it's the way, I think Johnny told me it wasn't the way it's always been done, but before when we do a new water tap or something, it was set up as the town would send me to do it. I would have to bill the town customer for doing the work, so then I would have to deal with getting paid from that and whatever. It needs to be where if the town sends me to do it, the town pays me to do it, and they bill the customer.
Right.
That's how it used to be.
That only makes sense since you're contracted with the town.
Anything else, Kix? Oh,
It's got to do with water, but, if, for new residents that come in and pay a deposit, what is the deposit? Is it 150 or,
200.
okay, because one, on the online, it says 150,
What online?
the,
Website.
yes,
the government website?
yes. I think it was saying I think it says 150.
They
and
changed it.
then- Yeah, it hasn't been updated.
What is it now, 200?
200.
Yeah,
I
thought it was
I will check.
200.
I'll double check that because
Okay.
we have ability to
It's not
update
for me,
that.
I just knew
Sure.
there was new people coming into town and stuff, and
Yeah.
And I think
it
there's,
had been brought up to me if I knew what it was.
as far as the payment methods, you might change the language in there.
I know we
also.
have done a little bit there, but others will need to get.
Check it.
That's a evergreen site.
And that, correct me if I'm wrong on this, but that 200 does not include the price of materials to install, correct?
No,
That's an additional.
that's just the meter deposit that's held here.
Is that specified by ordinance? The additional cost of Does your ordinance say that you can charge individuals for the materials?
Pretty sure.
This is
Yeah.
actual cost to include all labor and materials.
All right, so that's all we have for the Board of Works side. Any other town questions?
I still have some questions, and I don't know if I can bring this up now, because you rescinded your motion then for the town clerk, but,
Okay,
so can I ask any questions on that now? I mean, I know you don't have the contract, but like, is there gonna be a specific amount of hours that she can bill? Once it reaches the amount of the clerk treasurer that's in the budget, where's any extra money gonna come from if she goes over the amount that was budgeted for clerk treasurer? I mean, I think there's a lot of, issues there.
yeah. We, so we'll actually talk more, on the town board
Okay.
meeting for that, because I have, again, some information of what I looked up, and I know Johnny has as well. So we'll address those in just a minute. But let me close the Board of Works meeting. And if you want to flip over to the town board meeting. And we then have a couple of papers to sign. The November minutes of the town board meeting. Make a motion to approve those. Do I have a second?
Meeting minutes. On the back end.
Sorry. I didn't
Are
have
they,
to do mine.
you have the town and the wastewater combined in your minutes? Do you? Just asking the question. I think you do. State Board of Accounts, when they come in and audit, they audit the utilities
No,
separate in the town
Entering
separate.
town meeting. So yes, it's all together, but it's technically separate.
So do I have a motion to approve the town board meeting?
Second motion.
All in favor? Say it. Fine. All right, so now as we're getting that done, payroll, for this month. Do we have that to sign?
Didn't have the payroll claim register, but
Mm-mm.
that's why I sent you a text about today.
No, it's not on here.
Do we have town?
Mhm.
All right, so we'll. The town, claim register of $1,510.92. We have a motion to approve. I have a motion. Do you have a second?
Yeah, second, yes.
All in favor?
Aye.
I believe your gross pay is on there. It's just not the net that the employees get. There's a separate printout
Mhm.
that lists each
Which
person.
we have. It just didn't have that. Jennifer didn't print it out, but it's fine. We'll just sign it next month.
Yeah, you want to be sure you,
So now we'll talk about the
Yeah.
budget for 2026. Again, it's going to be the same except for, what did you say the increase was for?
they increased the levy, maximum levy to, gave us $3,400 more, which is generally about what they do. So your general fund will be getting
An additional.
an additional $3,400.
All right. Now for this, we only need one
Yes,
signature.
one
So
signature.
I need to approve it.
Yes.
All right. So I make a motion to approve the budget for 26. Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Oh, it's in there. All right, now, so going back to the clerk position, again, we've given the update on it that they need to find Democrat to fill it. If they can't find a Democrat, they're going to look in the Republican side. It has to be a person living within the town limits. The question on pay. So this is actually also a public information that you can find. I went and looked at a number of towns around Gibson County, what their population was, and then what their clerk treasurer was being paid. Again, this is all public knowledge. So for example, Oakland City, they get 50,000. Hazleton gets 10. Ours at the current stand is about 29,000. Now, if you do that to a 40-hour work week, that's about $14 an hour. I personally think that's low, but the other towns are pretty much the same. A lot of the towns, they allow the clerk to pick what hours they work. We are, as of the last census, only a town of about 469 people. The other towns like Oakland City, 2,200. So trying to average that out. So per that, I actually think we're at the correct salary, but that's really hard to get somebody to work almost a 40-hour work week for that amount of money. But I don't see a way to increase it. I don't know if you guys have looked into anything. I know you've asked some folks.
Yeah.
So with that, I know we've been paying contractors, we've been paying other folks, but for the actual clerk position, it's of my advisement that we stay the same. I would like to increase it, but I don't think we have the funds.
That's because that funds, how many hours you gonna work a month?
The next clerk treasurer would have to make that decision. It's on them to.
So statutorily,
10 hours for 29,000.
statutorily, the clerk treasurer's position as an elected position that's working as that and isn't just helping, it can make their own hours. There is no statutory minimum, maximum, anywhere in between.
It's a salary.
Still pay a set salary for.
It's just
It's a set salary.
salary.
Just have to get the job done and be able to comply with State Board of
Certain things have
Accounts.
to be accomplished.
Right.
So as long as they do their job, they can do what hours they can.
That's exactly right. I did it
Yes.
part-time for years.
Yeah.
So far, you've paid out $48,000 for the clerk treasurer this year.
And that's, well,
That's the clerk treasurer and the
contractor.
contractors. Contractors started in February with Melissa,
Okay,
paid through September.
gotcha. And then we've had help. I mean,
Yes, we've had help.
yeah,
Yeah, 16,000 or 13,455 for Jennifer and me to try to clean up what was left
right.
and to train Tasha.
So with that, I think we just need to find the right person that would be willing within the town of Francisco to go through all of this. I would love to be able to, create some onboarding for that next person. I know Tasha did a great job for the couple of months that she was in, and she is helping right now. But going forward, we might have to, just because this town is so small and we might not have the right person, that we would have to hire somebody, which would then cost more. So it's a
wonderful job if you can do it and it's part-time.
and it probably should be part-time, as the work that you've done. So calling out online, calling it here in the town hall. If someone wants that position, it's open. It is a job.
Contractors.
Right. So I don't know.
My question is, how come you don't want to do it?
I'm just here right now.
I mean, they trained you.
Yep,
Not
they
all the
did.
way, not all the way, but they trained, they're working on it.
I mean, they spent quite a bit of money.
Not on her.
There were
Not on her.
absolutely none to her. There were no protocols written.
There aren't any.
There were
And there
nothing
was
written on
A
how to
large
do this
mess
job.
that she stepped into.
The internal controls, there's an internal control book in there that I created that has a lot of that information in it.
Is it still on there?
Yeah, it's on
And
the
is
shelf.
it still correct?
Tasha accepted this job under
Yeah.
false pretenses also.
Right, she was told
I mean,
by
I
the
don't
board,
know you from Adam, you seem like you're learning and doing, but
Right.
she was told she was gonna make 39,000, the pay was 28,000. She was told she would have health insurance. We've never had health insurance.
Who told you that?
Well, that's okay.
Yeah.
That's someone that's not on the board anymore. Again, looking forward. I want to continue looking forward. We need to figure this out so that we can get,
we understand.
yeah. So moving forward,
Where does the extra come from what was budgeted in the budget, and you said, I forgot how many thousand already, that was over the budget, where does that extra money come from? I mean,
again, we have money, so it's being paid, but
and if she's billable, just billable hours, she just bills what she works, is that correct?
Yes.
But more money than what she would make if she was the regular clerk treasurer.
as are the other contracts that were in the past and also currently.
So is there a limit on how many hours she can bill?
So we will, as part of the redrafting process that we've not yet done, we
Right.
will certainly, because like I said, she's going to function, like you said, as a contracted third-party vendor type situation. So that will certainly be something that we consider putting as part of the contract negotiations, because that's essentially what we're going to be doing.
But after 2 months of training, she's worth this much more to come in and contract? I mean, she knows everything.
She got here.
You see what I'm saying? She quit December 1st.
Right.
And hire her back the
Mm.
next week, but we raise her salary and,
It's,
and we don't make
it's
her.
lower than anybody that's been in it.
Well, it's
we
not
didn't-
lower than this $14 an hour that's in the.
Well, no,
For the-
no.
They were paying another contract for $50 an hour.
Yeah.
So,
Everybody-
So
Did that
just,
contract had more than 2 months
All right,
of
all right.
training?
so to continue, so this will have to, we'll have to figure out exactly how we can bring somebody in to get the job done. The job needs to get done.
Yes.
I agree, and it's a hard job. I'm not saying that.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, is this setting a precedent? The next person we hire, are they gonna work 2 months? They're gonna quit and say, oh, I'll come back and work.
we're having trouble keeping members and everything else, so we're working this through.
I know, but if you set this, you know what I'm saying? I'm
Yeah.
just looking into the future. But what's stopping the next person?
The future
from coming in and
is,
working 2 months and
course,
quitting
unknown.
again?
But we need to figure out something so this town can continue, or something else could happen, which I don't know what that could be, but so we need to move on that.
I got a question on kind of that, because it takes a lot of hours to do these water bills and stuff, right?
Yes,
Well, have you ever heard of Amston doing?
Yes, I have.
yeah, so there are things we actually are looking into to make the job easier.
Right.
But that would also, of course, cost unless we could find grants or other
Right.
bonds or something to pay for it.
Do you know how long it takes to do 4,000 water bills with the Amston system?
She does.
She does.
And I guess you do as well.
I do also.
You know how much the software
Okay.
cost?
One outfit has 4,000 meters, 4,000. Yeah. She said, this is the way we do it. I said, well, how long did that take? 2 or 3 of you, that 2 or 3 days? She said, what are you talking about?
It's almost
She
immediate, right?
said, 4,000 water bills are printed, comes out there, and mailed in 45 minutes.
Well, if you got any extra money, we'd be glad to.
Well, I tell you what,
Yeah,
the money should have been here, and on all,
Here we are again, this is all the members. Let's
I
come
know it is, but listen to me, instead of arguing, when all this money was spent, this system could have been put in with that, but it wasn't managed right.
Well, again, that's,
That's in the past.
Mr. Bailey,
I know
that is the past. We are working with where we are now. And I want to look into things because we have the meter reader who goes out, gets on his hands and knees and has to read it. And then he uses his pencil, puts it on a piece of paper, and then it has to go to the clerk treasurer. That shouldn't be happening in this day and age where we have the technology.
No, it shouldn't.
So we need to look into that. And I have been looking, and I've been talking to people in Princeton. I know we have people in Oakland City that are using these different Neptune meters that can do that, but it will cost money. And we need to figure out, because I don't want to put this town under even more strain.
Right.
So I want to talk to who I can talk to and figure out what we can do going forward.
But you're talking about expenses for labor. If you cut that down from 2 weeks
That is exactly.
to one day.
If we can
one day,
get that. If
and
we
these
can get
people
that.
going out and read these meters on this, they go out,
Yes.
but there's very few meters on this 4,000 meters that they have to physically read them. They can drive close to them or walk close to
We
them.
could get all of our meters done
And in
immediately.
one day, and bring it back in, put the disc in, and they start feeding these cards in.
Well, that's again what we need to look into,
Yeah.
how to make that happen.
You-
And so that's, again, you have my word that I'm looking into that so we can, again, I don't want the town to have to pay that. We have to find ways to make an upgrade to our system so that the future town clerk doesn't have to do all of this extra work. But there's still even more work that they do as well. So with that, I'm going to continue the town board meeting. There was a ask for a review of the contracts for waste with Bynum.
We talked about that because at one point Chuck might have come back to work privately for us, but
Correct.
they gave him a raise, so he's not willing to do that.
So that's just,
That's
okay.
right.
Next.
All right. So that's on the clerk treasurer. So now, councilman update. If you remember, we had the farm lease for the ground that the town owns. It's been farmed the last however many years. We needed to request bids. I have 2 here that have not been opened. I'm going to open those and then see exactly who's going to do it. So first one is from the BJK Farms. Their bid is $205.50 per acre. And open the other. From the McConnell Farms, $200 per acre. So
At least for both the wastewater and the water.
it is the 200. And he did not do it for both,
He did it for the wastewater.
for the wastewater. And per the what's the word, what I had put out on, it was
Bid document.
bid would have to be for both. So with that, I believe we would have to take just,
Incorrectly formatted, so.
So we will be taking the McConnell Farm bid of the $200 per acre for both the wastewater and the Town of Francisco real estate, and we'll work with them to create the legalese and all of that. So that works. Sounds exciting.
Do you need a copy of that?
I can get it if you want to email it to me or
I'll just
you should give it to me
I'll
now.
just give it to you now.
All right.
Do you need it back for the file?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We can make a copy of that. All right. Food and gift drive. I know we've been asking about that. Do we know how much we have? Do we have enough to maybe divide amongst the town, or are we just gonna give off to what we've done with the
I still need to.
tots?
Yeah, we got some people apparently that haven't brought stuff up yet. The food side of it is not that much. The toy drive,
We just been putting it in the Toys for Tots box over there right now.
That
Uh,
top bag though is not town. It's not for the town.
Yeah, the very top bag in there was specified they wanted that to go for the Toys for Tots.
Okay.
I haven't really looked at everything underneath, but I mean, the box is
Get
full.
over me. That line split has a closet full of toys, Brandon, it's on the box.
Okay.
I would donate if you would want to come get them.
Then let's, maybe the week of the 15th, we can,
Anytime fine with me.
well, to set out for the town to be able to come and pick for kids again, for those that live in the town. I'll get a date set and maybe we'll have it all at the Lions Club so we can just have it all out. And so we can bring the stuff for the food. I would say, let's donate that to the East Gibson Food Pantry. And I can work through that to get that to them. I know they've been able to help a lot of families. Again, that's from here east. So if anyone is in need of food, they're always available. And I know we provided that information.
Yeah, I know, I don't know a lot of the details about it. I know the church over here, they also have a little like pantry piece out back for food and stuff as well. I don't know if that would be an option for donating some stuff to them too.
Sure. We can see exactly what is there. So if we can keep it in the town, but if not, again, that's for all of East Gibson. All right. So then for the solar farm update, I know Johnny went to the meeting that was on the first. Yeah. And I provided some information on our Facebook page. I know the Gibson News Talk also had a huge amount of information. The latest that I have heard is that, again, on the 16th, they're having a meeting to, I believe, approve or not approve the tax abatement. As a town, though, there's nothing as this board can do. It's at a county level. It is the Francisco Solar Farm, but if you've seen the map, it's not just Francisco. It's basically almost all of East Gibson, west of 69. That is the full acres on that map is not what would have all of the solar panels. It's only like 1,300 of the total acres, but still that's a lot. But
Sorry to interrupt you on that. That map with all the, I know Get the County News and Talk posted that. All that red is not all the property, or the entire property they're using. That is not going to be completely covered in solar
right, just the
panels.
1,300 of
Right.
acres of that.
So it looks like it's a lot more of a massive project than what will actually be put in place. I know there was a lot of people that were getting on there commenting about that. All the red was a massive area for it to be. And that's just the segments of property or the segments of land that they were able to lease. But it won't all be used for the panels.
And so what we can do as citizens of Gibson County is to go to that town or to that meeting on the 16th and or contact the council as well as the commissioners and let your voices be heard. Did you have a question on that?
Yeah, have you guys seen the map to make sure that none of the solar panels will be on city property? Some of us have been annexed in the last few years to make sure that none of the solar farms would be on city property.
I do not.
Contractually, that cannot happen. I will tell you as an attorney who reviews these solar leases, they would not sign a contract that we didn't know about.
Okay.
So nothing on town property. It is surrounding the town.
I know it's close.
Yeah.
I know some of it's gonna be close. And that's why I wondered if you looked at any of the maps to make sure that none of it.
I guess per the
They go
legal
through,
standpoint.
yeah, they go through extensive title work to do
Okay.
those.
Okay.
So there's an ungodly amount of title work that they do. So we would know
Yeah.
if there was.
And I know the Gibson News Talk has, had a lot more information. So if you want to rely on that and or again, talk to the commissioners, the 3 commissioners or the Gibson Council and let them know.
Next to
And
you.
when I contacted the commissioners, they will tell you they are not the ones that makes the decision on the abatements. It's the
The
council.
council does the tax abatement, right?
Right. And so that was when this Judy Adams is the secretary over the council, and she did say she could put her email address on there, email her.
Okay.
Then, and she will get it to the commissioners, or to the council, which I can tell you, the day I emailed her, she got it right to the council.
Okay,
She
awesome.
did forward it on that day. So all you have to do is take a minute, just tell them, no, we're against abatement, vote no on the abatement. It takes you a minute to do that.
You said that was Judy Adams?
It's Judy Adams, it's J Adams. What's the Gibson County-in.gov?
Okay.
I can look.
Sure. Jerry, you have a
But it
question?
has it on Gibson County. Yeah,
You posted it.
Yeah, and I,
Our grandkids got some of those stories.
That's for sure. But again, it's not a done deal. It feels like it's a done deal, but I know what,
Everybody thinks it's a
Gibson-
great deal.
Gibson,
I tell you
News
what,
Talk
Our grandkids,
had some stuff today, so nothing more that I know, but, you know, we'll talk, we'll get that information out for, that Judy Adams too.
Beanfield,
or even call the auditor's office, Mike Watkins at the auditor's office. Judy, that's who she forwards it to, is to Mike Watkins at the auditor's office. Even call the auditor's office. If you don't have the email.
Now, they did indicate if they don't get the abatement, they may not do the project.
Right.
Right.
So if you're against the project, then
That's one
be
way we
sure to
might be able
contact
to.
somebody. Then let them know, at least be counted.
All right, the next bit is the trustee fire protection contract. We've been working with, so the township, the fire department and the town to update the contract. You have any, I mean, I don't know, you probably can't say anything, but
Well, I mean, minor update. I had emailed you
Yeah.
this yesterday. I had misunderstood in our meeting about the township's role specifically. So I altered that contract and sent it off to the township's attorney. And I sent that yesterday, so I doubt he's
I
got
got a copy of it.
Okay.
Yeah, from my attorney.
so I know we will probably have another executive.
Oh, okay. I didn't know. I'm ready to sign it.
Oh,
If you want to look at it, make a copy of it. Have
Okay.
you seen it?
I drafted it. If we're talking about the same one. So yes, I have.
did he?
All the final changes that he did make?
Like I said, I sent one to Jim yesterday, and I didn't hear back from him. So
I
I
think I
don't
got this one
know.
today.
Okay, so I assume that means that he approved it. I don't. Like I said, I've not heard
I
from
didn't
Jim.
staple it together. My
So-
husband stapled it together and he stapled it upside down. He's got one way and the other go.
He's still learning.
But I don't have any problems with it. I don't.
I mean, like I said, as I drafted it, it's what I would recommend to the town.
Yeah.
I had not heard from Jim, so
Oh, okay.
I didn't know that he was fine with everything, or that you all were fine with everything. I guess. If you're telling me you're fine with it, then that's up to you all how you want to do that. But I haven't spoken with Jim about it.
And that's between the town and the township.
Okay.
The one between the town, because we also have the town and the
In the volunteer fire
fire
departments.
department.
Well,
Well,
I'm fine with this one.
yours is good. Okay,
You ready to sign?
she's ready to sign.
Can we have another meeting so that we can review it?
Okay.
Yeah.
That's why I'm here tonight. I brought it with me. I was ready to sign it.
Okay.
Yeah, it's upside down.
So we'll, I guess we'll table that unless we
Okay.
want to
Do you
talk.
want to set an executive meeting while we're all here? Like, look at the calendar
Looking at a calendar,
right there.
when would you like to meet?
Well, I'm looking at total knee replacement very soon. I think that's gonna happen. Well, that's gonna happen January 12th, I think.
I mean, we could meet this week or the end of
This
next
week I
week.
could be in Evansville on Friday. Next week, I'm gonna clean the wastewater plant. I haven't got to it this week. I've been doing a bunch of township business.
Why don't
end of the
we-
year stuff.
Why don't we just get some dates and then we'll figure out either this week or next week, and then maybe we can also get the one with the fire department as well.
Reminder that we do need notice of those executive sessions.
Yes.
So if it is going to be this week, we need to decide by tomorrow.
So So we'll work on that date. I
Do you
didn't,
wanna make a copy of this?
You guys should have, they should have it.
You should.
I can email it to everyone.
Okay,
Yeah, we'll circulate it. That's fine. I've got
Okay.
it. All right, I can, so we don't have to worry about it.
I didn't move it on until I got the word from.
Yeah, no,
the other-
that's fine.
so-
Yes, yeah, well, I can circulate it. That's no problem.
Because we don't want to have multiple copies of contracts.
I
okay.
get it.
All right.
I've read this.
Well, that's good. Well,
That's encouraging.
yeah, that is encouraging. I do want to give, so we talked a lot last meeting about the ballpark. That the, and
Township
trying,
does not own the ballpark.
of all, and we figured that one out, even though, so I went actually to the courthouse and did some digging and
We never
found.
have owned it.
I didn't think, but I wasn't sure.
The issue was so back in March of 1968, the original deed from the Grubb family that you guys had talked about was given to the Center Township Youth Park Incorporated. So that's why there's the issue that, it says Center Township,
Yeah.
but it's not Center Township. It's the Center Township Youth Park Incorporated. I then went through and found the original plots, which is to see what people did back in the day with their pencils and write. I mean, it's artwork. The issue was then to figure out exactly who was in charge of the Center Township Youth Park Incorporated, because we looked through some tax work, and back in 2010, that association was dissolved.
So
Then-
became the one that,
then-
I didn't know that.
Then it came to what the Francisco Ballpark Incorporated, which what our volunteer fire department folks are a part of. And we still in a sense don't know who owns the piece of ground. That's one of the biggest issues, to be able to then allow Menards or other companies to sponsor things.
Correct.
So that's something we still need. I mean, I know you tried to look in, and that's why I went personally and found this information. So more to come as we do some more digging. At least I found some of this information, but yes, Center Township does not own it. It was the Center Township
Jerry,
Incorporated.
do you know who owns that land? I mean, I knew-
Well, yeah. So originally it was the Grubbs,
family.
the Grubb family. Originally back in the 60s, but I'm guessing Elmer and Lois are no longer with us.
Right.
But
The grandson lives in the house beside it where
And
Lois and Elmer
granddaughter
lived.
is married to the
Doug,
meter reader.
yes.
Oh.
She's married to Doug.
so we know the genealogy now. of that land. But again, more to figure out exactly the ownership,
In order to transfer from one to the other, though, there had been a paper trail.
Right.
and we couldn't
If
see.
not, it would still be able to the original.
See, that's what nobody can find because they were told, and then I was told by, I don't even remember who, Tara maybe, that it was said that if it was not used as a ballpark, that it had to go back to
Right.
the original owners.
And on the deed, there's nothing on that.
Right, and then,
So-
but the original owner, since they passed in Lucretia Houchins, she said, well, she didn't want it back. I mean, it was the ballpark for years.
Right.
But then everybody was stuck because nobody knew what could be done with
So
it.
yes, but we got some additional information from Jessica, which I'll look on. Maybe I'll work with our attorney and see if we can find some more information. But I just wanted to provide that. We have done some digging. So that's where we are with the ballpark. Hopefully we can get something, because I know other areas around here would love to be able to use that either as practice
Our
or actual
township would be
games.
willing to help,
So
make donations towards it.
we
if
have people that want
like
to. We just need to
play
be
ball.
from a legal standpoint. So
We've even discussed, doing personal, or, like vendor fairs,
Yeah.
whatever,
to
Jessica
get it
and
back
I
up.
had talked to do,
Because I know a lot of
back
people
there.
have said in the past, they put a lot into it.
Mhm.
So,
Live down there with the kids.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's where they did. My sister and my niece were killed in a car accident in 2012, and they did the benefit
Yeah.
there. So, and I grew up playing on that field, so I'd love to see it put back together. I just don't want to sink a ton of money into something that somebody could come up and be like, it's mine now.
That's mine.
I
Yeah.
don't want to
So
do all that.
that's why I want to go from a legal standpoint. So
I'm 55, but I
My
play on
church
that field.
donated a bunch of money to get that building redone, and that money disappeared.
so more to come. More to come. Again, something to bring the town together. Some any other council update? Okay. So Kix, back to you from a town board perspective. Any updates? Any issues?
So,
Have a good night.
the sign, we talked about, or you said something about putting it on its own post.
Yes,
Do you want
because
to set a post there? Or is it fine going back on the post that it was on?
well, I believe
So the post that it was, sorry,
no. You go.
the post that it was on is owned by Duke, so we can't put it there. But there's another post that's on the other side coming in off of the main street, coming this way. It has a sign there, but it's very faded, and the residents over there were wanting that sign just put on there.
Okay, so you're wanting a sign on the post when you turn off highway heading north.
Yes. Yes. Correct?
Oh, where my small sign is, yes.
Okay.
Because they put that 4x4 post there for that little sign.
Okay.
Because I was under the impression back when when we got that sign, that it was gonna be like a big round sign. And then it came, 8x10 size, and they put it on that 4x4 post.
Okay.
So I mean, it can just be replaced if that one's bigger.
Okay. Yeah, the other one's bigger. It's kind of not the best shape, but it's.
Yeah, well, it's been up where you got it from since I was a kid.
Yeah. And then which meter?
Mine.
Oh, okay. I did both at once.
And then there was a comment on the meeting Facebook. There was a sign on South First and School that was knocked down by a semi. The sign was set up against a 4x4, but then it's gone. It was gone on Sunday. So
What
I
was the
stole it.
streets?
I'm just
uh,
kidding.
South First and School.
That's on camera now.
Ah,
So that was a question I just wanted to bring up because it was
So the sign is
commented.
like it's a stop sign?
Yeah, it was
or-
a stop sign. I think
It
she
was-
said it was a stop sign.
Okay.
Maybe not.
Yeah, stop
Yeah,
sign.
stop sign.
If I read the whole thing.
Yeah.
So, but supposedly it's gone.
But she said the stop sign was missing.
Yeah, as of
South
Sunday.
First
Yeah.
School.
I know we
South
have
First
some.
and School.
I know we have some stop signs in the.
So that's down past the line,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah.
Yep.
So
Do those signs and stuff have to be put on a special post rather than a 4x4?
I have no idea.
I think it's something to do with state.
I
Yeah,
think on the state highway,
has to.
Yeah.
Very
as
specific.
far as throughout the city streets, I would think that'd be up
Not
to your town
on the
discretion. I'm not
state,
sure.
I think it has to have, if along this road or what, a wooden post, I don't think is acceptable.
Okay. So that's all the things I had on. Do you have anything else for the town board?
I don't believe so.
Okay. So over to Derek for fire department update.
So for November, we had 8 calls for service. We have 2 people taking a Fire 1 and 2 class, which also includes hazmat. And we would like to congratulate those 2. They did pass their hazmat operations test.
Nice.
So we officially have that taken care of now away. Other than that, the only thing that we had was, we need to set a meeting so we can discuss the contract.
Contract, yep. Okay. All right, so, and that's all the information we have on town board. Any town issues, issues, concerns, or ideas?
And I'm glad to see our fire truck headed towards Princeton and Oklahoma City, places like that. Makes you feel a little bit better.
And they were also in the parade
Not
on
in November.
Saturday or
Yes.
Sunday, Saturday.
Yep, they were
Yeah.
in the Oklahoma City parade on the 29th, and they were in the December 6th parade in Princeton.
Social media policy.
Yes,
The town should have a social media policy. We do not have
like an ordinance or,
a policy.
Because I don't know what you mean. What do you mean specifically? Like in regards to what?
Facebook post. State says that the state says that you have to allow comments.
Correct.
And you cannot block people.
Correct.
And you cannot delete comments.
Right. Right.
I sat through a class on that and I had to come back and unblock somebody.
Right.
I'm well aware of that.
It certainly becomes a First Amendment issue if we are, everyone should, yes, on a public social media platform, yes.
So
It
do
is
we
a
need
way.
a policy versus what the state says?
Or just do
It's
what
up
the
to
state
you
says.
all. If we want to memorialize it in a policy, we certainly can. But I think kind of just as a general rule, that is how we.
Yeah, I mean, I know on our town Facebook page, there is kind of rules of how people should,
Mhm.
but we can't force. And I know that there have been some posts that I've made where I had disabled comments just so we didn't have people saying nasty stuff.
Right.
But when it's, so that, those are more just announcements.
Mhm.
But when we've had other stuff, we have allowed comments.
Right. So like I said, it's either all or it's none.
Oh, no.
So you can't, pick and choose what post or what individuals or different things like that. So.
So,
But you can reply with a smiley face with his tongue sticking out.
Right.
So how far can that go? Like, there have been people on there that have been very offensive or very, I guess harassing or even threatening.
And unfortunately, as
That's
much as
gotta
much as
go.
I
We
hate
just
to,
need
as
to-
much as I hate to say it, that is their First Amendment right. So that is what the First Amendment is intended to.
Okay, there's an off button on that.
Oh, yeah.
Over there.
Oh, yeah.
So, I guess per that, we will allow comments. My only thing is I'm not gonna personally reply to somebody that is,
Right.
so that's my own, and as a town, we will not reply to anything, but if somebody
So
wants
we're gonna
to,
go as far as you let it go.
right, yeah, so,
I don't have time for it.
so we'll just
This is
make it
probably
open.
a sore spot, but is there any way, now, of course, rumors is rumors, is there any way that we are gonna be able, I don't know where we're at with the police department, but I understand we spent an enormous amount of money. Is there any way that we're gonna be able to recoup any of that? Or sell the whole mess? And,
Are we just gonna go without one?
I mean, I don't know where it's at, I haven't been here, and I apologize for that, but
So I don't know. I just don't know. I know we have the marshal position. I know we have the car.
There's some radios. We have a very expensive radio, $8,000 radio.
So, but I'm not sure of from a town. I mean, I haven't heard people saying get one back. I haven't heard people saying don't do it at all. So I think we need the town, because I don't know from a legal perspective, do we need to have one?
You're not required, no.
Okay.
And
But-
several small towns have done away with theirs
Right.
in the last few years.
So I mean, other than what the
I used to be against not, or I always thought we needed one, but with the ones we've had weren't out anyway.
They were out,
When-
they were out,
and
Preston.
when you called, you got
South
gifts,
town.
or you had to wait for the to come or
So-
whatever. So.
so again from the past, I'm not gonna
Yeah.
make word up on down.
I wasn't, yeah, and I was trying not to,
Sure.
I didn't want to say anything about them because when they were out, they did a good job.
Right. So Jerry, hold on. I know Derek.
From some of the conversations I've had with some of the past people, there is ordinances that the town has in place that without a marshal, the town can't enforce.
Correct.
That was one of the big things they kept going back to. So there would be,
That's the
if
only-
we do away with that position, there will be some issues with that.
Yeah.
But,
Or
You know-
Jerry next.
We had a big nurse sprayer that was out there, a big tank.
Yeah.
Where at the money
Oh,
on
yeah, they
all
were gonna
that?
sell.
I have no idea on that one either.
It's still sitting down there,
No.
isn't it?
No.
Sold it, what, for $100? What? How much?
No, I was not here.
It was
Yeah, you
before.
Was I?
You did.
Hold on, what are you asking about? I'm sorry.
There's a manure spreader somewhere.
There's
it
a big
wasn't-
round
No, that's that
injection.
it went into the account. I mean, we have it.
Right, I'm not saying.
So it
didn't,
was sold.
But it was very little money, $100, $200.
No, it was like 5,000. I think
Okay, well, that's
550.
wonderful.
I know, R&D said you
5,500,
seen
I
it
think.
loaded up on a truck.
Okay, so it was,
So it was sold, and we have a
But where the money go?
It's
Into
it.
the banking
Into
account.
the bank account. She
town,
deposited
town bank account.
the wastewater account.
We
Yeah,
can
I
check
think so.
again on that, but
Wow.
it's,
It's
it
pretty bad.
was sold and the
Have it
money's
copied.
with the town somewhere.
Don't ask me where the money went.
Gotcha.
I don't know, but I'll find out.
Okay, so there you go.
You did a good job.
maybe if we don't get a town marshal back, we could do like a neighborhood watch type thing. I mean, like, in our neighborhood, we watch out for each other anyway.
Except for that meter that I keep on tripping over.
Hi, Kicks.
Neighbors don't
Like,
watch
one
out
of
for
us
you
is
a little
sick,
bit.
but they think that she's not talking to them anymore.
All right,
We all watch our little area, you know, and if we're not.
We need to
home
make
or we're
a
gone,
decision.
Or, you know.
we do need to make a decision on that because we have the equipment, we have the vehicle, which we could sell for money as well. I just need to get kind of a overall town, not approval, but a town yay or nay.
It's kind of like what we run into over at the church. We had the old church bell that come out of the steeple. We held on to it, was gonna do this. And finally, somebody spoke up and said, either ring it or sell it.
Yeah.
So I just don't want this, it's set for so long, it'll be worth nothing.
Right. Yeah.
So I say ring it or sell it.
Agreed. Yeah. I just need somebody to, or the,
So, like I said,
Overall-
I didn't want to start a
no. That's good.
snowball rolling, but
Take the best thing you said on.
ring it or sell it.
Something needs to be done.
It's all right.
Had three marshals, or they had three different people, which I thought was overkill.
Yeah.
But if we had one that maybe could do the ordinances, he wouldn't even maybe have. to
Like
work.
not patrol, but just
Right.
at least go out if we need, if they
Yeah.
needed something done.
Maybe part-time or something, and if you have ordinances. that you can-
Well, but like since like we don't have the school anymore, we don't. I mean, yes, those ordinances are there, but I mean, have they even been enforced? I mean, you can't enforce them without a marshal, but those probably need to get looked at so we can.
And I know a lot of the
Yeah.
problem like we have over on Cross Street is the speeding.
Because it looks
They,
like
they come off this highway and they don't even, I mean, they pull out in front of the cars coming when they go in and they just fly.
And we have those
You know,
those speed
yeah.
things here that I know the one is being wonky. I don't know what to fix with that one.
Doesn't like the.
Oh, I know, it's up at the top.
It's up at the top. I don't know
The
what, somebody popped it.
We have a real problem with speeding on Division Street. And we have a lot of kids on Division
See, we do
Street,
one.
and we have a lot of school bus stops on Division Street. And I witnessed a little girl getting off the bus on the corner of, where the Denny Stewart lived.
Yeah.
And a car did not acknowledge the stop sign on that bus and just speeded on through, barely missing that little girl.
Did you take a picture of the car?
No.
I mean,
That's what I
that
went
could
to
be,
see
I
that.
mean, our
Picture.
sheriff or other, I know there's places that they will, follow the school
They
buses.
had to do that at the beginning of the year on Cross Street's bus because
Yeah.
we had a lady come flying through when all the kids were getting
Yeah.
on and she come around. And like for 2 or 3 weeks after that, a county sheriff, he followed the bus every morning.
Yeah.
Well, they probably need to there because that little girl's only, kindergarten, first grade.
Yeah.
And she's crossing in front of that bus to her house across the street on the corner.
We don't
and-
need that at all.
No.
Don't need that at
And
all.
that's an accident waiting to happen.
Mr. Bailey, do you have another question?
Oh, on the sheriff, the police,
Marshall?
we can't, if I can't, that's fine, we have 2 or 3, but if we can't afford it, you don't buy things you can't afford, and the town
Yeah.
is kind of strapped, and I tell people, I said, man, it costs a lot of money, the car, the insurance for them,
All of that.
and pay them, and the social security you gotta pay on them, If you.
Well, for those that are here right now, show of hands, who would like a marshal?
I like the ordinance. I like the junk vehicle ordinance, I have to say. I used to have, my neighbors used to have 11 junk vehicles in their yard.
Yeah.
And I like the ordinance.
And I know there is a way to get around not having a
If there's a
marshal.
way to get around that, then I say I don't care about the marshal.
We can
But
have a
at
code
one time,
enforcement
I had
officer.
11.
That's what I was getting ready to say.
Yeah, that's what I was
Oklahoma
gonna say,
City
kind of
has
like a
code
security
enforcers
type.
goes around and
Yes, it can be anyone. There is no, as far as I'm aware, there's no training requirements for the code enforcement officer, but we can update the ordinances to do that. There's no
he
problem.
just had a big good job for Rick.
Yeah, look at it.
I really think
Rick, do it.
He's a welcoming face.
Yeah.
He get
Taylor
out.
said we can be code enforcers.
All right, so,
Could we not, I'm sorry.
no, yeah,
I would kind of like to know what ordinances that are not gonna be enforced before we say, no, we don't want one.
Right.
so
What?
we would have to go, look, oh, the book was there.
My coat's hanging on it.
Oh,
It's there.
it's right there.
I don't know what we're giving up to.
Yeah, and again, I'm not making a ultimatum right now, but I mean, just saying that right here, it sounds like we don't, but I can look into and provide that of what all the ordinance are, or if they could be covered by the
I will
code
just-
enforcer.
I can tell you very generally, I don't know you guys is off the top of my head at the current moment, but very generally what a marshal or a code enforcement officer, they're interchangeable as far as enforcement of ordinances is concerned. And then it's generally anything from like weeds, debris, trash, vehicles. The unsafe building ordinance is generally a code enforcement officer. And like I said, that does not have to be a trained, police position. It can be anyone.
And
The board would hire
would enforce none of them.
The board would hire a code enforcer.
Point somebody.
It can be appointed or it can be someone who volunteers to do the position. I will tell you in some of my other towns, it's the town council president that does it.
You too. You want me to walk around? 6'6"? Here we go.
Yeah.
You're,
So I'm gonna be the president and the CEO. All right.
and the biggest target.
Exactly.
Move around.
But that doesn't require all the equipment that the town's paid for.
As far as the marshal position is concerned,
Yeah.
Might need
no,
the best.
not even.
So some of
I'll
that.
just have my big smile if you want me to, or whatever. We'll look into that. Any other questions, concerns, any ideas?
This is what you're on stuff to talk about.
All right, hearing none, I make a motion to close the town board meeting.
Thank you.
All right, thank you guys.
You were good enough.
I was, you were very good.
This wasn't
This
even
one.
here to.
I know.